Hey you guys, it's Cinder, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the strategy behind how to skill your dragons. So we're going to look at this in two different aspects. We're going to look at our Reborn dragon, and then we're going to go look at our Inferno. The strategy behind skilling your Inferno dragon is going to be the same for your Hydro dragon and your Terra dragon. And so we're just going to look at one today. Let's go ahead and start with our Reborn. We're going to go ahead and go in here and reset our skills. Now for the Inferno, we have to start all the way at the top skilling. It's a bit frustrating, however, once we have it skilled, because of the fact that we're not really using it for anything besides defense, we don't really have to change it that much anymore, unless you're changing things up for economy. I like to skill mine for economy and battle at the same time. So I'm going to start at the top, and for each box, we need to go ahead and put in 1 point. And it's going to take a minute. We're going to work our way down and hope that the lag doesn't kill us too much. Lag happens, unfortunately. And as we work our way down, take note of some of the economy skills and which ones you really want to be sure to get. One of my favorite is the RSS reduction for training, because it affects not only your troops but your mythicals, your mercenaries. I don't care that much about production. I do production on my farms, and that's not a high priority here for me, but if you're counting a lot on being able to produce your own resources, then go ahead and worry about that. Once I get down here, the first skill that we're going to see that's really important is going to be our Reborn skill. You know, a lot of people ask what this skill does. I can talk today, you guys. A lot of people ask what this skill does, and it's kind of confusing to explain, but just know that the higher you have it skilled, the better the connection of your dragon to your troops, which ultimately makes your dragon stronger. If you don't have this skilled, then hits are really going to hurt, and they're going to wipe out your dragon really fast. We're almost there. Now, we used to be able to do unlock to here, but you can see from this now, by hitting OK, you'll spend the minimum required number of skill points to unlock the nodes up to those points. But after that, any leftover points will be used to attempt to max out each prerequisite node starting from the earliest one. So you don't want that, because it's going to max your nodes out, and you're not going to be able to choose which stats you really need and want. All right, we're almost there. There we go. Last row of 1-pointers. This is a skill I was talking about. The troop training cost reduction takes about max of 10% for T1 to T4 troops. However, if you're using those troops, or if you're using mercenaries, it does help a little bit. And then we have our Reborn, and we're going to go ahead and max this. Now, the reason we're maxing this before we work our way all the way down is because this is one of the most important skills you will see on this dragon. After that, we're going to go ahead and put 1 point in each box to the point where we open up everything we want to skill. I know that I want to get these debuffs, and so to open each of these, I need 1 point in each box. And some people will get these bottom three. For most defenders, our troop attack, troop HP, and troop defense are completely debuffed, so these aren't ones we really worry about. And so if you're limited on points, you're going to want to pick what's most important to you first. I have 114 skill points left at this point, so I know I can go ahead and max the ones I really want and still have points left over for economy. You know, at this point with the Reborn, a lot of people are asking, well, what do I do with my extra skill points? There are a couple options. I choose to spend mine on economy. Some people choose to put theirs in HP. I don't see much difference whether or not I spend mine on HP or economy, so I go ahead and spend mine on economy, so I'm not constantly having to reskill this guy because it can get a little frustrating. Now, the Reborn does stay home most of the time now, so I don't worry about Empire Assault or Wonder stats for this guy. If you were filling with him or attacking with him, you would want to worry about those things, but because he's staying home all the time, my biggest priority is defense. So that's all I would do down here, and at this point I have 60 skill points left. I'm going to go later and spend these in economy for myself. You guys can pick and choose what you would like to do, but your most effective stats for your Reborn start here at the Dragon Reborn and are down below. And most people aren't using this dragon outside anymore, so the defensive things are really what you want to look at. Next, we're going to go ahead and look at our Inferno. We're going to go in skills. My Inferno is currently level 64. He can be leveled up more, but I'm waiting for some Inferno events to level up, and we have Terra going on right now. We have Terra and Hydro going on right now because our Terra recently got new levels. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to our skills. We're going to reset our skills. And we're going to scroll and we're going to see all of our different levels. Now, I know for Inferno, the lowest point I'll want to go to is here, attack debuff, and here, infantry attack. I don't want to worry about Dragon Havoc, Wonder Troop Health, or Dragon Eradication, Ultimate Inferno Dragon Growth. So on this side, I'll stop here, but in each of these boxes, I'll have 1 point. So I'm going to start at the top again. And once again, we're going to go through that process of putting 1 point in each box and working our way down. And it can be a little tiresome. So I understand not wanting to reskill these guys too often. And as we put 1 point in each box, we can move lower and lower down. Once we have 1 point in each box, what we're able to really do is pick and choose what skills we want. Now on the Inferno, on the lower levels, we're going to be limited in how high we can skill it because of level. Until we hit later levels, we cannot skill that far. However, we want to go ahead and set ourselves up to be able to put points in those boxes. And we're almost to the bottom. And here's our Dragon Pride stats, which are infantry focused stats. Type stats are always great for defenders or attackers. And this is where we want to change it up a little, in that we're going to put 1 point here and 1 point here. And we're going to go ahead and ignore these guys. Then we're going to come down here to attack debuff and put 1 point here and 1 point here. At this point, our tree is set up so we can pick and choose where we want to spend our points. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to go very high on these, but I'm going to go ahead and skill them to get what stats I can. And then I'm going to move up to my infantry stuff and skill that as far as I can. Starting from the bottom, you're going to be able to get more stats here than you would at the top, and so you really want to set yourself up to get those higher stats. We're going to go here to our type attack, type defense. These are really important for defenders and attackers and wonder players because these stats aren't debuffed. And we're going to keep working our way up until, and at this point we've gotten the bottom as far as we go. And so we can pick and choose from the top now. My biggest priority is going to be these type attacks and type defenses. So I'm going to go ahead and skill those till they get to max. We like the health and the attack and the defense. Now the points here are higher right now because of the level, but setting it up like this allows us to start getting those higher numbers at the bottom too. And then we're going to go down here to our infantry stats. We're going to start with attack. Now as a defender, I'm going to have more points left over than attackers or wonder players will. When I get to that point where I've skilled everything that's important to me, then I'm going to go ahead and decide where to spend my extra points. I can decide to spend those in HP or healing. Or if I'm a filler, I can decide to go ahead and work on skilling my dragon to fill. If you're filling for wonder or attack, you need to skill it as your lead requests you to, because the stats on your dragon do matter. This one is one I want as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these stats. And once I'm done here, I'm going to have 14 points left over. I'm just going to leave those points be because I don't care that much about HP or healing. And what I'll do is as I open up more levels, I'll be able to use those points down here. If I was filling, I would either put them in Wonder or Empire Assault, but that's not the case. So it's really your choice what you do with any extra skills you may have. Wonder and attack players, you have more to skill down here, so you won't see as many extra points. You'll be actually looking for extra points. Alright, well that's all we have for you guys today on the strategy behind how to skill your dragons. If you have any questions, let me know here or online on Discord, and we'll talk to you later.